And I think that's about as good of a life as I think anyone can really ask for.
You may be researching how to hire internationally. So, what is an employer of record? Employer of record providers hire workers on behalf of a client company, taking on the legal responsibility of payroll, benefits.
One of my least favorite groups of people are those without a quest mocking those who have one.
Wastes of space.
It causes doubt. This is another reason why the Lonely Chapter thing resonates so much, that people who are in it have their certainty about wanting to get out of it diminished by people who can't see the fact that they're in it. And you go, fuck, all of my friends are saying, well, why are you staying in? Because you want to go to the gym in the morning. What does it matter if you miss your workout? It doesn't matter if you miss your workout tomorrow, dude. Go, no, I really, really want this thing. And my wanting of this hard thing and the efforts and sacrifices and trade-offs I'm having to make in order to get there, the doubt that already exists inside of me is being multiplied by people who are outside of it. And if I could give everybody a gift, it would be the ability to turn down the volume on people who don't understand the goals that you're trying to achieve. It shouldn't be your job to explain yourself to people who don't understand what you're trying to do. And the confusion of this person gets it and understands it, and this person doesn't. You shouldn't be listening to them at equal measure.
I have a lot of live translation that I think I've wired into being able to handle some things that were difficult, which is like I pretty much translate all hate into you live your life against my preferences. And so whenever they're saying all of these things of like, no, you don't have to go to the gym. We were doing this other thing. It's just saying you're living your life in a way that's against my preferences. You're valuing things that I don't value. And you're like, you're right. And so it doesn't mean like we don't need to have the same values, at least in the short term. And I think just accepting that that is okay and that you can still be friends, at least in the short term, is fine. And what they're really trying to do is get you to comply with their way of living, because maybe, not always, when you live in accordance with your new values and new preferences, it brings into sharp contrast how they are not living in accordance to theirs.
Yeah. Yeah. This was 10 years ago when, as a club promoter, I decided that I was going to take 6 months off from drinking, which now sounds like commonplace. Now is almost a caricature of something lame that people do too much, and drinking has come back around. But 10 years ago, I was on the fucking frontier. And I remember when I stopped drinking, so many of the people that I would hang out with went from being surprised to ribbing mockery to almost offended. And I think a lot of that was people realizing, oh shit, the fact that Chris has stopped drinking throws the fact that I need to drink in order to feel social into harsh contrast. My bad habits are being highlighted by the fact that someone near me has broken them.
And what's really interesting about that is that you made money from other people drinking. And so you clearly had no problem with anyone drinking. You just chose not to drink for you so that you could grow the business, get more in shape, whatever.
Which makes it feel even more elective, which makes it feel like even more of an insult.
Right, which makes it also